Hey everyone, today I want to bring you guys a review of this exciting new Android box by MINIX. MINIX produces Windows mini PCs and Android boxes, very high quality one, and this is their newest one that is Android 6. So I'm gonna show you how the user interface looks and sort of give you guys an overview of benchmarks. But I want to show you the packaging and what comes with it. So I bought the package that comes with the Air Mouse. So the box is Neo U9-H, and then the Air Mouse slash keyboard is A3. And so let me just show you the box first, because you can buy the box by itself. So the box comes with this remote, basic remote, that you can use for power and home key and things like that. Like your basic Android keys, it is designed for Android, so thankfully, not like other cheap boxes where the remote itself isn't even designed. It does have a home button, multitasking button, back button, uses AAA battery, AAA battery, sorry. So your basic mouse comes with it, and then this is the box, and then it comes with the HDMI cable, which I haven't opened because I just replaced my old Android box with this one, so I had one plugged in. This is a USB on the go OTG cable. I think that's what it stands for, on the go. And basically you can plug it in to the OTG port of the Android box, and that way you can upgrade the box by attaching it to your computer. But you can also upgrade it through a USB key or through the internet by downloading this upgrades or updates. And then this is standard micro USB cable to a USB cable. Okay, so this is the box, and you have 3 USB 2.0 ports on the side, power button, micro flash, micro SD card, which can go up to 256 gigabytes, a Kensington lock port, and your OTG port. On the back you have headphone, you have speaker, a microphone, optical audio, and the Ethernet and HDMI. And then on this side you have your 5 gigahertz antenna, and this is one of the separating features of the MINIX boxes, that they come with a 5 gigahertz antenna and wireless card, so you can easily stream high def, even 4K without much trouble. Now I don't have a 4K TV, so I can't tell you if the Wi-Fi is good enough, and it will depend on your router and your server, but I can tell you that I can play 10 to 15 gigabyte MKV over Wi-Fi, and I have a pretty beefy router as well. So the box is, the bottom is plastic, the top is matte plastic, but it feels very well made. I have owned probably 5 different Android boxes, installed it at my parents' house and my sister's house and things like that, and you can definitely tell the difference as you go up in price. So this box with the Air Mouse, that I'll do a separate review on, is 220 Canadian dollars, so it's not cheap compared to other stuff where you can get it for $100, but it does give you performance, it does give you quality. And so those are the things to keep in mind, that do you want to have to constantly kind of tinker? And I'm not saying every inexpensive box will not work. I just find that MINIX products are really well made, and if you can afford it, then it's worth going for it. So this one comes with 2 gigabytes of RAM and 16 gigabytes of internal storage. And so when I was using it, I basically found anything I threw at it, it worked fine with that. And I'll talk a little bit more about it as I'm showing you how it works. Okay, so I'm just going to be using this Air Mouse that came with the box, and you can use any mouse or keyboard obviously, but right now I just want to show you the box itself and the software. So this is the launcher that it comes with. It's the MINIX launcher, and I personally found it to be pretty outdated. It's too large. It doesn't really allow as much modifications as I would like. But the cool thing is that they also give you the pretty much the plain basic Google launcher. So the first time you press the home button on your mouse, it's going to ask you, do you want to use your MINIX Metro or Launcher 3? So you can click on Launcher 3 and set it to always, and then you kind of get like a plain Nexus style almost launcher with the Google bar on top. You can always install Nova or Google launcher itself, or any other launcher you prefer. I know that some people don't like this because of the small icon or boring icon arrangement, but because it's on my phone, I just prefer it on my TV as well. So let's start with the settings. As you can see, it's Android 6.0.1 that it starts with. Hopefully you can see that on there. And so that's a new version of most of the Android boxes now in 2017, which is nice to see. You need Android 6 for Kodi 17 as far as I understand. Speaking of Kodi, it does have Kodi 17 installed. As with most Android boxes, it doesn't come with any any major plugins that you would want to add, but I'm assuming a lot of people who buy Android boxes will tinker with it and install their plugins, because that's what people buy Android boxes to use Kodi with. I'm one of those people who actually doesn't use Kodi. What I like to use is Showbox, and then I have Netflix and Amazon. So I use Showbox, which is just an easier Netflix-like app to watch TV and movies. And some people like the Kodi graphics user interface because it's kind of made for the couch, but I'm okay with Showbox. I'm happy with it. In terms of performance, I have a 1080p TV, so unfortunately I can't show you a 4K video because the YouTube app will limit the highest quality to whatever your screen is. But this is a 4K video that is being played in 1080p on the YouTube app, and there's no jittering or anything like that. This Android box has fantastic performance. I've played 12 gigabyte, 15 gigabyte MKVs off my hard drive, and it works fine without issue. Netflix, I have Kodi running, I have 8-tracks music, which sometimes even can slow down my Nexus 6P because it's a buggy app, but it plays it fine. Other than that, the apps, it doesn't have too much junk that comes on it. It's pretty basic. A lot of the stuff that you see on it is not what I've installed. It works well with any app that you would want on your TV, really. I did do some benchmarks, so I will post the screenshots at the end of this video, but I will also just go through and show you some right now. So in terms of performance, you got to remember what you're paying for and the price. These are the Geekbench scores for multi-core and single core, and then if you compare it, let me make sure you guys can read this. So if you sort of compare, let me just pull up the comparison one. So you see the device on single core is 426 versus Galaxy S7, which is sort of a top end phone, is 1800. So you can see the difference in pure single core processing power. And if you want to compare it, it's probably, even a Nexus 5 is 860. But I want you guys to take those numbers with a grain of salt, because understand that you're using this for media playback and not necessarily on the go encoding, and you do a lot more with your phone than you would with this. So keeping that in mind, and considering that I haven't had any jitters in any of the media stuff, I think that this processor / RAM and storage combo is very well suited for this purpose. So the multi-core is 2246 is the score, and then if you compare that, it's higher than the Nexus 5 when you for the multi-core. But then obviously if you look at like Note 7 or S7, they're twice as fast as this device, or twice as high of a score. No, I shouldn't say twice as fast. So those are some things to keep in mind. But if you're looking for a very well made Android box and a very nice Air mouse keyboard combo that doesn't give issues, then I highly recommend it. It looks nice on your TV rack and it works very well. It's a little bit pricier than some of the cheaper boxes, but I think it's worth it in the long run. I appreciate you guys spending your time watching my videos. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up and have a wonderful day.